Hey there, Craig Hewitt here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how you can record, edit, and publish all of your podcast episodes directly from Riverside into your Castos account. This really ticks the box when it comes to doing everything in one platform, and I'm excited to share this great new integration with you today. Let's dive in. Okay. So for a long time, one of the big rubs on podcasting has been that you have so many different tools to accomplish the thing you want, which is to record your message and share it with the world. Well, today that changes with Castos' announcement of our integration with industry-leading, high-quality podcast recording and editing tool, Riverside. With Castos Riverside integration, you can record all of your remote podcasts, multiple guests, super high-def audio and video, and publish it directly to your Castos dashboard in just a click of a button. Let's dive in and see how you can record in Riverside, publish to your Castos dashboard seamlessly without sharing shareable links or downloading files with anybody, and even edit along the way as well. Here in your Riverside dashboard, enter your name. I'm not wearing headphones as I'm recording this, so I'm going to click the I'm not using headphones button, and Riverside will enable its echo cancellation feature. Then say Join Studio. Make sure you have the camera, microphone, and speakers selected properly over here. Here in Riverside, you want to make sure the camera, the mic, and the speakers are selected properly. I've already done that, so I'm going to say, let's start the recording. Gives us a nice countdown here for you and your guest to make sure that you're ready to actually record. Okay, welcome to Castos integration with Riverside. Riverside is a fantastic platform for creating high-fidelity, high-quality, lossless, non-internet dependent recordings for audio and video for your podcast. I say non-internet dependent because one of the real benefits of Riverside is that if the internet is buffering or timing out on my end or my guest's end, it doesn't matter because the files are being recorded locally on my computer and on each of my guest's computer, and they're being uploaded to the cloud as we go. So you'll see in the top right-hand corner of my screen here, there's this 99% uploading. It's uploading little bits as we go. So unlike something like Zoom, where if the internet crashes on your end, you lose everything, Riverside is uploading this and recording it in bits as we go. It's really fantastic. It also records really high-quality WAV audio files and MP4 video files, all the way up to 4K on the video side. So for those of you who are recording your podcast in video, publishing it to YouTube, which we all should be doing, right? It's a really great solution. Okay, so this is just a test recording. I'm going to go ahead and stop this now, and then we'll look at how we can edit and then publish directly to our Castos dashboard right from Riverside. Okay, now that I've stopped the recording, I'll go ahead and exit the studio because the upload is complete. Riverside will take a few minutes to process the tracks that we just recorded. Since this test recording is only a couple of minutes, it won't take too long, and then you'll be ready to finalize the recording that you have and publish it to your Castos dashboard as a draft episode. Okay, now that Riverside has processed the file that we just recorded, let's go in and trim it up a little bit, edit it, and then get ready to publish to our Castos dashboard. So here in Riverside, we'll click on the image of the recording we just did, and edit. Riverside has a really great kind of basic editor in here, so do things like kind of top and tail it, select the part where you want to edit here, click the split button, make sure you have this little bit over here, and then you can just delete it. So just hit delete on your keyboard. That ends that bit of silence they had at the beginning there, and then I'm just going to do the same thing over here towards the end and move this over, hit S on my keyboard, select this and delete it. Great. So kind of clean this up a little bit. Not a super professional, thorough editing job like you might do in Adobe Audition or something like that. But for the purposes of a lot of podcasts, it's really going to tick the boxes and let you do everything that you need to do for a kind of basic editing for your podcast episode. So I'm happy with this. And now it's time to finalize this and get it ready to share to our Castos dashboard. So once we're ready to export this, we'll come up to the top right and click Share and export this. This will take just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we'll go back to the dashboard and get ready for this to be exported so we can publish it to our Castos dashboard, which then populates out to places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all the directories that you've connected your podcast to already. You can see the progress indicator here at the bottom saying that it's exporting this video. Our recording was only about 1 minute and 12 seconds long, so it's not going to take very long. We'll refresh this page here in just a second, and it should be ready to go. Great. We can see that the final video is exported here. We'll click on this thumbnail, see my beautiful face with my eyes closed, and we can see that we can publish this to a couple of different locations, but since we have a Castos hosting account, we're going to publish this to Castos. And let's give this a name, Riverside Integration Recording. And here we see it's opened our Castos dashboard in a new tab. The title of the episode, we just gave it in Riverside and assigned it to the podcast that we've already created. If you have multiple podcasts here, you can drop this down and select whichever podcast you would like to assign this new episode to. We can say create a draft episode, which is going to create an episode in that podcast of the recording we just did, and then you fill in the regular details here of the description. So you can do things like format these, create lists. The file is being processed here, and again, it takes another couple of minutes for us to pull this episode from Riverside into your Castos dashboard. In the meantime, I'll save this as a draft, and you'll be notified via email when the episode is ready for you to publish. Opening this up again, I can see that we have the final video file ready to go here, and we're ready to publish this episode. We can come down here, schedule this into the future if you'd like, or just go ahead and publish it now. So that is really all there is to creating a recording in Riverside, editing a little bit, and publishing directly to your Castos dashboard. The other thing I love about this integration is it overcomes one of the big obstacles that a lot of podcasters have, which is just using too many tools and files and workflows moving all around, and really greatly simplifies the process of recording, editing even, and then publishing to your Castos dashboard, which is the place and the way that your podcast then is distributed to all the major directories. We're thrilled to get the opportunity to integrate with a tool like Riverside, which is the tool I use for all of my podcast recordings and really is an industry leader when it comes to remote, high-quality podcast recordings. If you haven't checked out Riverside yet, highly recommend it, riverside.fm. And once you're in there, it'll automatically connect to your Castos account to be able to publish new episodes and new recordings right from Riverside to your Castos dashboard and then share those with your audience. As always, if you're enjoying this, please give it a like, subscribe, ring the bell, sends great signals. And if you have any comments or thoughts, I'd love to hear it. Drop a comment in below with how you use Riverside and Castos and what you'd like to see out of this integration in the future. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.